Super Bowl Sunday, when we were on the way to Mom and Dad's, we stopped at
You put some gravy.
Tasty Freeze, and they had hot dogs with fucking coleslaw on them, bro.
It
was weird.
It's like when you see somebody put ranch on a fucking taco.
That's nasty. It's not nice. Dude, that's some white people shit. Or black people shit. I don't fucking know. White people love
I
ranch,
understand eating like dipping chicken in mayonnaise or something.
That's good.
Yeah, or like your fries and mayo.
Yeah. Let's do a little intro real quick. I'm Will.
I'm Tanner.
This is ScareMeTender. We haven't done a full, a sit-down, fuck-around episode in a while, so that's what we're kind of going to do. Hit on a few different topics, just stream of consciousness, whatever comes to us.
And that's pretty much going to be, a main theme of what the podcast is going to be.
Moving forward.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to make the podcast more fun and riffing type vibes, and then we're actually going to... I'm not sure if it will come out before this, but we'll have a ScareMeTender Story Time, which is a brand new show. ScareMeTheater. Should that be its own channel? No, that's too complicated.
No,
just keep it on.
Keep it on the main.
Keep it on the main, bro.
Just go down.
Keep it on the vein, bro.
Just get down to the playlist. Bang that shit.
Bang it out. If we ain't banging, we ain't hanging.
If we ain't banging, we ain't gaining. We ain't banging.
But yeah, so pretty much that's how the show is going to be from this point forward. We're going to be just trying to riff on the podcast, and then we'll do more focused stuff on investigations and either debriefs of the investigation or story times. And with the story times, we would love it if somebody could submit us something.
Yeah, if you guys want to send us stories, we'll read them off.
It would be amazing.
If it doesn't happen, we'll just keep...
We'll keep using ChatGPT, and we'll keep doing Reddit, and we'll credit the users.
I really like the ChatGPT shit.
It's
funny. Fun. It was fun.
It's fun. I would like to receive some poorly written, fan fiction about some shit, though. Just because, misspelled grammar is fucking hilarious.
The only thing with fan fiction is people, when they usually submit it, they think that shit good.
I know, but you can still appreciate something.
I don't want somebody...
You can appreciate something while calling it bad and not shitting on it.
Right.
Things can be objectively bad. Subjectively, it's fucking hilarious, though.
Right, but I don't want to hurt any of our viewers' feelings by telling them that
especially if somebody submits, a story they wrote themselves.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Well, then there's ways to not dog on it completely and still enjoy something that's written poorly.
Right.
We're asking them to write poorly written shit. So they know that it's poorly written when they're writing it.
But give us your all with it.
Do whatever you want.
Right. Do what you like.
Send us a couple savory pictures if you want.
Please don't.
Send them to Will at willgain.gmail.com.
That's not my email.
.69420.
That's not it. Sure. That's not it. But if you want to send it to that, go ahead. So, what we were talking about before we get into this, and I hate to open it up with politics, but the Ukrainian president, Zelensky, met with Donald Trump this week and J.D. Vance. And it's taken the internet by storm because you said you haven't...
Anything Trump does takes the internet by storm.
You haven't brushed up on this?
I will say, before we get into this, there was some press conference. It was the one where he was introducing the idea of U.S. buying Iraq. Buying
Israel? Gaza, yeah.
It had gotten to the point where, when they take questions from, the people in the crowd.
Yeah.
And it got to some woman who had, a super thick, Arabic accent. And he was just like, I can't understand you. We're going to have to move on. That's fucking insane. And I just busted out laughing as soon as I saw that shit. And then he went back and he doubled down and he was like, it's a beautiful accent. You're a beautiful woman. And I'm sure you come from a very beautiful country. He's always calling shit that...
Beautiful. Everything's beautiful.
He has catchphrases.
He does.
He has taglines. China, it's beautiful. We love it. It's the best.
Move on.
Dude, I was telling my coworker, because he likes to listen to political radio. We don't do it all the time, but sometimes it's on.
I check.
And I was like, bro, even if you check in on the fucking news, there's always these new terms that they like to throw around, and you never know that it's about to be the new term, like fucking carpetbagger. Whenever that first came out, shit like that. I don't know quite what that is. That's just an example. They don't say that now.
That's like a post-Civil War term.
Right, but they don't say that now. But they'll say shit like boots on the ground or rare earth. It's always rare earth and boots on the ground.
What's rare earth?
Boots on the ground.
I know what boots on the ground is. What's rare earth?
Well, boots on the ground is it's like an umbrella term because, like, what is that? That's war. That's somebody just taking action in anything in life.
That means like we gotta get in. We gotta get down on it.
It doesn't have to be violent though.
Right.
But like, it could be used as like any. They can lump so many things into this.
Right.
I don't like it. It's very manipulative.
It sounds warlike, but it doesn't have to be used in a
boots on the ground
in a war setting.
Rare earth. We need to get our boots on the ground of that rare earth.
Rare earth.
Yeah, rare earth, minerals,
Okay.
diamonds, cobalt, computer electronic minerals.
Okay.
For drone technology.
Like what they're trying to get out of North Carolina.
They could be. That's why they flooded that.
That's why they flooded that bitch, bro. And they have no plans.
And my heart goes out to all of our North Carolinians. Those are our brothers. Those are our brothers.
Those are our Carolina brothers.
Those are our Carolina brothers and sisters, and they're hurting, man. And fucking FICA or whatever the fuck it's called, FAFSA. I don't give a shit.
It ain't FICA. FICO is your credit score.
Well, the damn car fox needs to get.
Bro, the car fox needs to get his boots on the ground out there.
He needs to get into that rare earth
and stop digging for that rare earth,
dude. We need to get control of some of this rare earth ourselves and put it on the.
They would kill you.
We need to get some uranium.
They would.
And put that bitch on the bookshelf.
And then we can. Well, we need to use that uranium and build a time machine out of a DeLorean.
Yeah, I think you're not thinking. You're too close-minded. You need to think outside the box.
You're thinking about putting it on a fucking just sitting it up.
I'm thinking about
doing nothing with it.
The room is the time machine, bro. Because the uranium itself is gonna power.
My mind is blown.
Well, the uranium is gonna give off frequencies into our brains.
Let's get back to this Zelensky shit. Because I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened.
I think Zelensky's looking like a warlord, but I will say from a lot of interviews I've
check
watched,
this out.
Zelensky is actually on the ground. He actually has his boots on the ground.
I don't know that is true though.
He's at the battle zone.
He does pictures where he's in So look, before we get into that, he shows up at the White House. He is basically asking the U.S. to further fund the fucking war. After we previously, with our last administration, gave them, I want to say it's like $3 billion fucking dollars worth of equipment and shit, right? So he wants us to further fund the war. Basically, these motherfuckers want us to fight this war for them, rather than like seek a peaceful end to the fucking war, right? At the same time, I guess off camera, Zelensky had made some remarks that were not fucking J.D. Vance and Trump did not find them to be respectful. So when the cameras start, it's basically Trump and Zelensky or Trump and Vance being like, "Well, you haven't said thank you once. Da 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 da. You don't have the cards. You're playing dice." I'm not playing dice. You're playing dice. You're playing dice.
You're playing cards, and I don't fucking like it.
You're playing dice, and you don't have the cards. You start dealing with us, you'll have some of the cards. You're gambling with World War III and the lives of millions. And then before that, Trump had not even started.
He's spitting facts, though.
Who? Trump? I know. Yes, I know.
That's facts.
But before that, J.D. Vance is just like, you didn't say please and thank you. And then
like a fucking gargoyle.
What gets fucking Trump into the conversation, because Trump's just sitting there he's not saying shit, he's just listening. But Zelensky makes a remark, he says, you are not feeling the effects. You have the luxury of being surrounded by an ocean, but you will feel the effects soon. And that's when Trump said, don't tell us what we're going to feel. Don't tell us what we're going to feel. You don't know what we're going to feel. Don't you tell us. Yeah, exactly. He's like, basically, I'm guessing that Trump felt like Zelensky was issuing a threat. Like, you better start helping us, otherwise these people, the Russians and the Chinese are going to be at your fucking doorstep.
Well, how come
at the same time, if we help the Ukrainians, though, let me finish. If we help the Ukrainians, though, and we go full on, boots on the ground, and we're fighting Russia.
Going to fucking Ukraine.
Bro, we do not need a fight between us. Ukraine is our best man in this fight. Russia and fucking in China? I think the fuck not, dude. That's not a good mix.
That's not a good mix. That's not
the fucking war you
That's
want.
not a good roster.
And meanwhile, Trump has been trying to strengthen relations with China and Russia. So, according to him and his media
that's not
sources,
a good pick six.
Well, here's the thing. He fucking gets along fine with Putin and President Xi. So, like, why would you want to... And I'm not saying they're our allies, but we do fucking do a lot of business with China.
You gotta fucking keep your enemies closer than your friends.
Also, and
we're not even really friends with Ukraine.
It's just not fucking smart for us to do this whole... We're gonna protect the little guy. Because all the shit that they claim Trump is, where he's this fascist and a tyrant, the things that the left calls him, that's actually Zelensky. Zelensky has known fucking fascist Nazi ties. Okay? This has been, like, found out. He's not been like, oh, I'm a Nazi, any of that shit, but it's traceable back to him. And on top of that...
Fascist is just like an economic, ideology, isn't it? It's not necessarily tied to racism, but it can be... It can be on the extreme end of it.
Usually it goes hand in hand.
Towards that.
I don't think we've seen any sort of fascism put to practice where it doesn't involve racism or tyranny.
Yeah.
But Zelensky also, check this out. Fucking, he's backed by the libs. The fucking Dems love him, right? He's there. Oh, we gotta help Zelensky. Trump's a fucking tyrant. He's a dictator. All this. He wants to be a dictator. Zelensky just fucking canceled the Ukrainian elections because they're in wartime. We can't hold elections. He's gone out and bought fucking news stations. He and his political party have bought news stations.
That's weird.
That were anti-Zelensky in his party, taking them over to rewrite the narrative. This is fact.
Mm.
And then he's canceling elections so that there can't be. Imagine if we did that. Imagine for a second that we're in the middle
of a war. We probably don't need to start electing new.
But we do.
Powers.
But we do though. We've been during the Iraq War. The Iraq War lasted for like 20 fucking years. We went through Trump, Bush, Obama. But there was elections 4 times during that span. And then Trump comes in,
right.
And kind
of.
But
that's like a 12-year span, and Zelensky and the Ukrainian and Russian war is like from 2021.
Yeah, it's only fucking 5 years.
It's still what? That's like 3 years.
Oh, whatever. But either way, you see what I'm saying? Like, we were in the fucking shit of it. When we did all of these elections.
Zelensky.
They shouldn't be canceling elections. That's the way that you become that's a dictatorship. When you are silencing your political opponents, I'm not saying killing them, but when you're making it so they don't have a voice, right? And then you are making sure that they can't run against you. That's a fucking dictatorship.
That is weird, but
the shit with where
they're
he's
going through a lot. I mean, it takes a lot of manpower and resources to even do elections.
Sure, but at the same time, I just don't buy this whole thing where he's boots on the ground. Because here's the thing.
I'm not in support of this.
You see these pictures of him where he's got like full fucking gear on and shit. But then you see where these pictures of him and his wife posing for Vogue magazine.
Well,
at the same time. So you're telling me you got time to go and pose for Vogue magazine, all done up, but you ain't got time to hold a fucking election in your country? That's bullshit.
How do you think the rat gets his cheese, bro?
I couldn't tell you.
I don't even.
Somebody leaves it out.
I don't know, man.
The rat can't open the refrigerator himself.
Someone's got to give him the cheese, bro.
Somebody foolishly left the cheese out. Yeah. But
I will say, Zelensky, though, he actually...
I don't like him.
He's going to be more emotionally biased in what he says in any sort of public appearance, even if it's like at a high-stakes thing, because he is talking to lots and lots of families personally, going to them and to the war areas. He's not fucking living there. He's the leader of a country. Well, maybe, I don't know, but either way. So, you're the leader of a country, you're gonna live in the fucking place that's being bombed. That's insane. The people need a leader.
Right.
You're
No,
gonna
I
go
get-
there and talk to the people
I get that,
affected.
but I
That
just
makes sense to me.
I just think that they want.
At some
they
point,
don't want-
At some point, it becomes too much, and you see too much, and now you're like, "Fuck."
But
Now I'm angry.
it seems to me that the best course of action would be for the fucking conflict to end, and Zelensky, the Ukrainians, and our Democratic Party here in America, they don't fucking want that. They want war.
I don't know what they want.
They want it to go on. They wanted the shit to go on in fucking Israel and Gaza. There was no fucking talks of let's come to a peace agreement. None. None of that shit. Trump steps in. He's talking about buying Gaza, which is fucking ridiculous. But I mean, why not? We buy all kinds of territories.
Let's wrap that up with some closing thoughts. Just that tangent.
That's it. I got it.
I'm in support of Trump.
Yes,
Media is saying wacky things.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like to read a lot of shit now, because even if it's from like Fox News, because it's biased towards him, I want like fucking unbiased shit. I want to like him because I've
such thing
made
anymore.
the conscious decision, not because they fucking
Right.
forced the idea of liking him down my throat.
There's no way you can look at
Or
any
dislike
news
him.
source at this point. NPR is fucking biased. CNN is biased. ABC is biased. Hell, I think ABC to me is.
Probably
best
the most extreme liberal group.
I don't think
out
so.
there, isn't it?
No, to me, I like listening to ABC News. It's not fucking CNN. It's not Fox News.
But
Not
they have-
MSNBC.
But MSNBC is part of ABC, isn't it?
MSNBC is not. But ABC it's owned by Disney. Disney's extremely liberal. I don't give a shit. I love Disney World.
I could have
But,
sworn. Doesn't Disney own Peacock or something?
No, NBC owns Peacock. Yeah, that's their
I thought they were tied together.
that's their flagship.
Either way, fuck that.
Anyway, let's move on to something else. I've spoken enough. What you got, Tanner? Let's talk about the war.
We just talked about
I
the
know.
war.
I'm joking.
There's actually 2 wars going on.
Anything? What do you think about think about them drones, man? What do you think about them drones?
Yeah, the drones are.
It's old news, huh? What's new news?
What's new news is right now in the place that we live, South Carolina, there's fucking massive wildfires.
Yeah, literally.
We should talk about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I mean, that shit has never happened since I've been born. There weren't
it
any
has.
fucking.
It happened a couple years ago. Carolina Forest caught fire.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, all down Highway 90 and all that shit.
I don't remember that.
It happens, man. Yeah, I don't think it's like anything crazy.
No, but I think that whenever these things happen, such as like, if there's a controlled burn, okay, there's people by the
I
government.
think it just bums
Some
in the
people,
woods.
some people from the government could be corrupted. That's an outlier.
Oh, are you going
During this, like, whenever wildfires go up, I feel like people that have nefarious intent, such as fucking arsonists, are enticed into starting other fires because there's already a big fire going on, and all of the resources are going towards the big fire.
Are you of the mind that this is sort of like the situation
I think it's a
in
mixture of a lot of things.
California and fucking North Carolina that we talked about? We can talk about that, and then that can trickle into the South Carolina thing. The idea that the California wildfires were fucking planned
I
out.
don't know. Maybe the drones were looking for terrorists that are now fucking enacting wildfires that could happen across the East Coast, bro.
You think that's what the drones were looking for?
No, I think
Fire terrorists.
Well,
Virus.
arsonists that would be viewed as terrorists because they're
Homeland terrorists.
burning shit.
Could be.
I don't know.
I just don't know what we have here. Okay, so the thing in California, we talked about this, not on the
Right,
pod,
it's a mixture of hobos and strong winds.
Right, but it could
Perfect
be.
conditions
It
for a
could.
fire.
It could be right if we're going the conspiracy route that the government is trying to clear that land off so they can mine whatever the fuck it is out there, or
Something's in CF.
in California.
Oh,
But
well,
and
that's
then
the different CF.
And then the thing in North Carolina, it was, I think that somebody said that there's a certain metal that's only in one area, and it just happens to be right there in that fucking flood zone. And they have no plans on rebuilding it, even though they've been pitched the idea that it would cost a few $1 million to rebuild everything.
What's the name of that It's like element fucking not 115, but like
It-
114. It's called
it's
like
like-
unibotonium or
It's
something.
yeah, something that they need for like computer based shit.
Oh,
or
I don't
something.
think that's exactly what they're getting, but like
It's
some sort of ridiculous name shit.
It's
like
something
that.
that's up there that it only is mined.
They're trying to get the Wakanda, bro. They're trying to get the Wakanda shit.
Vibranium.
The vibranium, baby.
No, that's in Hawaii. That's why they never fucking rebuilt that shit.
No, they didn't rebuild it because Oprah wanted to buy it.
It's fucking dirty, bro. They could have rebuilt all of Hawaii for like like I want to say it's $3 billion, but we don't have the money. But then we accidentally send Ukraine $3 billion.
Yeah, we accidentally set up like a package of $6 billion. What the fuck is a package of $6 billion?
Oh shit,
That's
dude!
a big fucking package.
Fuck, dude, we accidentally sent that shit to Ukraine. Fuck.
That's a big fucking
Well, I guess
package,
we can't fix
dude.
Hawaii.
That's a lot of money.
Guys, if you haven't heard about some of the stuff, I know we're throwing a lot at you, but you can look into this. Just type in California wildfire conspiracy or North Carolina flood conspiracy. These things will come up.
Right, and us saying this and making light of it.
That doesn't mean that we actually believe it, and it's
no,
a horrible
and we're not taking away from the impact that the
It's
actual
had on
fires have on people that
real
are
people.
affected, real people.
Not fucking celebrities who could just buy another home in wherever the fuck. I'm talking about.
I
want to
say that I don't give a fuck about them. Like, of course they could just buy it. They have a fucking summer home somewhere.
I don't either.
But
I
do care at least a little bit because I don't want anybody to die necessarily.
No, but the only one that really fucked with me was
I could barely care less about
the
them.
fires inadvertently killed David Lynch because he had breathing problems anyway from smoking cigarettes his entire life. So a couple years ago he came out and was like, I stopped smoking cigarettes, but it's permanently damaged my lungs. He happened to be living in California at the time. Fires happened. It exacerbated his breathing problems. He ended up passing away. One of the greatest directors of all time.
He was good.
He's good. He's a weird dude. Made some weird shit. Fucking love him.
I still haven't watched Eraserhead all the way through. I need to.
Eraserhead's a hard one to get through.
Yeah, but it's like a quintessential fucking horror movie.
It's his first movie he ever made.
Oh.
Besides like a few short films, I think. But yeah, Eraserhead's great. Blue Velvet, fantastic. Mulholland Drive's probably his best movie. Twin Peaks.
Something that was
Magnum Opus.
Something that really disturbed me that I recently watched was this movie called Migration with Kumail Nanjiani.
Is that the one with the ducks?
Yeah.
Was it good?
It was fucking good. It wasn't hilarious, dude.
These animated films tend to be
Me and
good.
Desiree watched it, and it felt like everything about our relationship had fixed.
Are you serious?
Yeah. From watching fucking Migration.
We
were like, babe. I looked at her. I was like, babe, everything in our relationship is all right now because we watched Migration.
You were serious?
No, it was a fucking joke.
Oh, okay.
But like, we kept looking at each other like at different parts of the movie and being like, this shit's good. It wasn't like it's not gonna blow you away. It was it's a good
It's
family.
Just a solid film.
It's a solid family animated film.
Unrelated but still related. The other day I was in my car and I was listening to fucking Ween, and the song Ocean Man came on.
Ocean Man.
That song makes me cry.
Because you think about the SpongeBob
I think about
movie?
the SpongeBob movie, and I relate it to fucking
SpongeBob dying.
Well, that and just the journey that he took.
Are you crying right now?
No, but that
You're
song.
tearing up. Dude.
That song does get me.
It's
though.
okay.
And for some reason, that movie unlocks. It's like a core memory unlocked because it reminds me of the first time I watched that movie and how impactful SpongeBob was in our lives growing up. Just the TV show, it's a quintessential television show. And when that movie came out, dude, fucking
Stephen Hillenburg.
I remember we watched it like a Sunday afternoon, and when he fucking goes into the Goofy Goober shit, wave of emotion flooded over me as a child, and I fucking cried. I didn't cry listening to Ocean Man at the end, but now when I hear Ocean Man,
oh, because it's the credits.
It's the credits of it brings it all back. Yeah. Hard to explain, but you understand it more than anybody would. If I told somebody random that, like, Ocean Man makes me cry,
I
they'd be
think
like,
most
what
of
the
the
fuck you
things
talking
that
about? The TikTok song?
I don't...
Fucking idiot!
Yeah. I recently just found out that, like, a really popular fucking meme that's been used probably for, like, 15 years now.
Yeah.
Is, like, audio of Jack Black on a Tenacious D album. where it's like he's talking to KG, Kyle Gass, and he's like he's talking about I think inward singing.
Okay.
So like whenever you're singing, you're like breathing out, but whenever you breathe in, you also try to say. I can't do it, but he was doing it, and then like part of it, he was like, I just don't think that's the most revolutionary thing ever. And then he's like, "Fuck you, you fucking dick."
This Jack Black to Kyle Black.
Yeah.
They're apparently they're
You
not.
always fucking shit up.
They're
You
not.
always fucking. Why don't you fucking make something?
But it was serious.
No, it's a bit.
It's a bit, okay. Because they're not
They
friends.
make comedy out,
But they're not friends anymore. They don't.
They're
Or they might be.
definitely-
They might still be friends, but
they're
they
definitely
don't.
friends.
They don't work together anymore because Jack Black saw it as being.
I think that was just a PR thing, and I think
Kyle Glass,
them
like,
splitting up didn't have to do with the Trump comment.
he made a comment
Because
about
Jack Black
him.
talked about it in an interview. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he told people that no, the something just wasn't working. I think with like the tour that they were doing. I don't know the specifics.
You guys
but
have been making this stupid ass music for like 20 years though. What's not working all of a sudden? The music's not good.
well, some sort of
It's Tenacious D,
some
for
sort of
Christ's sake.
complication could have happened with like a
Perhaps.
booking manager
Or maybe
like,
they just have different schedules. Who knows? Jack Black's got to do the Minecraft.
well, obviously,
movie
if they're
now.
doing a tour, they have their schedules booked out for the tour. But
I was explaining to somebody the other day that
I'm not gonna leave the tour randomly and do a shoot for Vogue.
the guy that fucking made the show The White Lotus is Ned Schneebly
Oh, from School of
from
Rock.
School of Rock.
That's a fucking
Mike-
good movie
Mike
too,
White.
man.
Mike White. He went on to after School of Rock. I don't think he acted in anything else, and he was on an episode. He was on a season of Survivor, Celebrity Survivor, randomly, and then a couple years later, boom, he makes like the hottest show to hit HBO in forever, which is White Lotus. It's crazy. Good show.
I never watched. I watched a few episodes with you
That I
whenever
watched.
we lived together, but
It's a good show. Nothing fucking crazy. It's not like a.
it's got Coolidge in it.
Yeah.
Oh, Coolidge is in a new movie that Bill Murray's making called Riff Raff.
Jennifer Coolidge is?
Yeah. But he's Bill Murray was talking about it on the JRE. I think the trailer's out. We can watch it after this. But
Sure.
it looked interesting. It's like a comedy gangster movie.
Speaking of trailers and monsters and shit, I know I showed you the.
Have you seen Godzilla -1?
No, I was gonna ask you about Jurassic Park Rebirth. How you think that's gonna fucking flow?
I like it. I don't want the dinosaur to look like an alien. Dinosaurs are scary enough. Why don't they just fucking make it? Like I said this before. They need to just make it fucking. Make the dino movies horror movies.
See, I'm of the
Make it a
mind.
horror action movie. It
I'm
doesn't
see-
need to be like a family friend. I mean, it can be because dinosaurs are like kids are the main target audience for most dinosaur products and media. So I understand that, but
I
like,
think at this point though that franchise is so old that
stop
the
doing
actual
Jurassic. Why does every dinosaur movie that comes out have to be fucking Jurassic Park?
But see, the
They
thing
can't
is,
do anything else.
Dinosaurs, I hate to say this, but dinosaurs are so cool, but they don't fucking grab you like they used to. Like so check this out, and I didn't
Right.
know this until recently, but when they did the first Jurassic Park movie,
Yeah, that movie will fucking.
the trailers didn't show you shit until you were sitting in the theater. They didn't show the dinosaurs in the trailers. Back then, trailers, you didn't see them. They weren't like every fucking 5 minutes on Hulu. They're showing you a movie trailer.
Were trailers usually at the movies?
They show you at the movies. They may have ran a commercial for it on regular television, but it didn't show you any of the dinosaurs until that scene where they get to Jurassic Park.
They see the Brachiosaurus.
And they see the fucking, is it Brachio or Brontosaurus or whatever the fuck?
Well, they're of the same family, but yeah.
Yeah, and they, that's the first time anybody sitting in a movie, would have seen that shit. And now we know what to expect. So you kind of have to take it to the next level. And I am all for the fucking monster dino. I liked the idea. There's some ideas that don't work in the Jurassic World, those 3 movies.
I'm all for fun with dinos.
Yeah.
The movie Dinosaur, Land Before Time. I'm all for it.
Land Before Time is boring as fuck. It's so boring. It's so boring.
I think I haven't watched it.
I own it on DVD, and this is before. So they didn't start adding the songs until
the characters kind of suck.
They didn't start adding the music. Cause you remember how movies were like musicals, and they had like songs in them and shit. They didn't do that in the first one. The first one was Spielberg produced. I couldn't tell you who directed it. Fucking yeah. There's no music in it.
What's that one movie, The Good Dinosaur? That's good. It's animated.
That Pixar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
It's good.
Where the dino talks and the kid don't?
All the dinosaurs talk and the humans sound like animals.
Yeah, they're idiots. Racism.
I stand for my Dino Kings.
Didn't see that one, and I feel like that's a forgotten Pixar film
Dinosaur King? You remember that?
I've never seen no shit like that.
It was
Is that a video game?
It was an anime.
Oh, no. I didn't.
It's like a kid's anime.
My mom and dad would never would have let me watch something like that.
I think my, I don't even know where to go with that, but, Who is that? Who is that over there? Get out of here.
Dinosaurs are cool, but I am so down with that. We should throw a picture up of this monster dino that they've thrown in here, because they already started teasing this shit with us, right? Where, like, Jurassic World, they gave us the Indominus Rex, which is a mix of, like, raptor, frog, which they all have frog in them. But, because that was, like, the missing link that they put into all the dinos in the original movies. But
So,
you have the Indominus Rex, which is a mix of, it's just like a better...
In the dino world, frogs are like Bigfoot.
What you mean?
They're the missing
They're
link.
the missing link. Okay. Sorry. Somehow I missed that. Missed that.
Well, whenever you go into Overdrift, you actually go into the dino dimension.
Into the dinos.
And it's fucking pretty insane. I went there last week, and it was nuts, dude.
That's another reference to a shitty movie.
Go watch Overdrift.
The Dino Dimension. But they kind of already teased this monster shit for us with the Indominus Rex and the Indoraptor, and I can't remember what they fucking do in the third one. What's funny is the other day I was actually watching the original movie, totally unrelated, and my dog is fucking obsessed. He usually doesn't pay attention to what's on the fucking TV
With
unless
dinosaurs?
Yeah, he doesn't usually pay attention to what's on the TV whatsoever unless like a dog comes in and it's barking a lot. Yeah. And then he's like, "What the fuck is this?
What the fuck?"
But
who the fuck is
for
that?
some reason the dinosaurs on the screen unsettle him because he has eyes glued to that shit like
because he knows that's a fucking predator.
He's like, something ain't right here, Bo. Something ain't right. They shouldn't be in the house. But I swear to God, I showed Kelsey because I put on. We went out shopping for a little bit earlier today, and I put on fucking.
You think it's something in his DNA?
In his DNA.
Yeah.
I don't know what would that be.
I don't know, bro.
So
that seems like that's some sort of instinctual response he has to big lizards.
But I noticed it while I was watching the first Jurassic Park, and then I was flipping through Peacock. And usually we'll leave the TV running while we're gone. You know, we love to waste power. And,
I love to save power.
And, so...
I love to conserve power and harness it inside of my body.
Jurassic World Dominion was on Peacock, so I fucking clicked that, and I was like, watch this, babe. He's fucking... And sure enough, he's fucking eyes glued to that shit. He won't bark, but he just fucking... He's fucking eyes glued to the damn dinosaurs. So I think I'm going to take him to see Rebirth.
Yeah, bring your dog.
Bring my dog.
Bring your fucking dog in the movie theater.
My dog can't fucking... You can't have strangers in the house.
That'd probably drive him insane.
What, a dark theater?
The dark theater and
He would not like that, bro.
Dude.
I feel so bad.
I heard this story one time of somebody that had a pet rabbit that was just like... It seemed like they fucking hated people. And then when the rabbit died, they were like, oh, that rabbit was kind of a dick. And then it turns out that they had some sort of, like, low-frequency emitting, like, rattling, like, underneath their house. And it was driving the fucking rabbit insane the entire time until it died.
That's awful.
Yeah.
He lived a horrible life.
Yeah, he was fucking being tortured.
Constantly.
Get out of my foot! And then he just fucking unleashes on somebody.
Damn.
You ever seen a rabbit attack somebody, bro?
No.
They'll kick you like 20 times in 2 seconds, bro.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they grab onto you and...
They kick.
And they fuck you. Well, they kick, but it looks like they're fucking you.
Boom. Damn, that's crazy. They bite?
Would you ever have sex with a bunny woman?
What does that mean? Like Lola Bunny? Yes.
Like Zootopia, but life-sized.
Yes.
I think so, too.
I mean, in that world,
Does that make us furries?
No. They want you to fuck the rabbit, bro. Why do you think they made you... Dude.
Why would they make the fox hot if they didn't want you to also think the rabbit was hot?
What fox? The fox is a dude.
Yeah, so it doesn't mean he's not hot.
Doesn't
mean I'm gay either.
He's a sly fella.
You know when somebody's fucking hot, dude. You'll what, dude? I watch fucking Spanish soap operas sometimes when I'm at work, and the people,
when you're supposed to be working.
Yeah, the chicks are nice. I don't want to say anything to offend my girlfriend because my girlfriend's beautiful.
Yeah.
The chicks are great. I love their work, but the dudes. You'll be like, bro, look, this guy looks like he has fucking muscle implants or something, bro.
Which is insane.
And he looks like he just has fucking... It looks like he got a boob job. It looks like the guy got a fucking boob job. Yeah, and it's the weirdest thing.
You know, now I think...
But people do that, bro.
Men
like,
do?
Men get... You've never
Pecs
seen, like...
implants?
Yes,
implants?
bro. Or, like, the arm implants where they look like fucking...
Monsters. Monsters! No, I don't...
You've never seen that?
No, but I have not. So throw a picture up for our viewers, and then I can see it later. But what is Hollywood's obsession with wanting us to fuck bunnies, though?
Bunnies fuck a lot. They're sexual animals.
Right, but like think about
it. They're probably the most sexual animals.
Think about it. Lola Bunny.
Yeah, but then they desexualize
Detective Hop.
her, bro.
Is that her name? What's her name? Chief Hop? Sergeant Hop? I don't fucking know. The bunny from Zootopia. And that's it. I can only think of 2 examples. But they want us to fuck them.
Dude, they've wanted you to fuck the animals since Lion King.
See, I don't get that one.
Some people are turned... I'm not, personally, but like
weird.
I've seen that I've seen people say that a lot.
I'm not a furry.
Or like... Dude,
I am not a furry!
For a lot of women, I hear that... Well, I don't hear it, but I read somewhere that fucking... a lot of their awakenings for like realizing that they're furries is from watching Disney's Robin Hood.
Like they want to bang the...
They want to bang the fox.
Robin Hood.
They want to bang Robin Hood.
What about the bear? What about Little John? Little John needs some love too,
Honestly,
man.
The first time that I realized that I might be sexually attracted to anthropomorphic animals is whenever I watched Country Bears.
Was it what the fuck's the female that swings on the swing? And
no, dude!
I'm a berry.
I don't know his name, but I'm
gonna
pull up the fucking scariest, goofiest looking fucking country bear.
Dude,
we saw a couple country bears.
You saw him in fucking
Disney World.
I got it right here, homie. I got him right here.
Can you airdrop it to the computer?
Yeah, I'm sure. Hold up, I've got the picture somewhere in here. I thought I had an Instagram, but I don't think I did.
Dude, the country bears were freaky, bro.
Where is it?
And it was crazy as shit, because, like, the only families that I would see taking pictures with the country bear would be people that were, like, Asian.
He's coming up.
Asian or Indian.
No, I know I had him here somewhere. Fuck.
Is country bears a big fucking thing in Asia and India?
I had him, bro. Where is he? I had a picture, like, where I zoomed in on his fucking face as he turned around.
Didn't Mom take a picture of the country bear with a kid?
She took pictures
with a random kid.
Mom takes pictures of random kids with the characters all the time.
So, for the audience at home, our mom likes to take pictures of some of the mascots that walk around Disney World, and all the power to her. But sometimes they'll be posing with kids, and there's a family taking a picture of their
Mom
kid,
will take a picture
and she's taking a picture of...
There he is. This is the one, bro.
Holy shit.
Let me, oh my god.
God, he's sexy. Dude, he's fucking hot.
Bro, don't tell me you don't want to get in the arms of this guy. Hey, come to me, baby.